Okay guys, story time. So it's about 11 a.m. this morning. I'm in my bed sleeping. Eventually I just start to wake up, so I check my phone and I see that I have 2 missed calls. I have 1 missed call from my dad and I have 1 missed call from my grandma. So I'm about to call my dad back and then I hear him call again. So I pick up the phone and he's like, "Are you home?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And him asking me this is kind of confusing first thing in the morning because I really never leave the house ever. So when I come to see him, I'm mainly visiting, so I don't have a lot of friends out here since I didn't go to school here. When I go out, it's mainly to go to the beach with him or to go out to eat with him because he uses the car for work. So I'm watching TV, I'm editing YouTube videos, I'm eating, I'm going to the pool, I'm working out, things like that. So I tell him I'm home and he's like, "Okay, I'll call you back." So I think this is a little weird. I'm really confused as to what's going on because he called me just to say that. So then I call my grandmother back and she's basically like, "Taj, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like I'm good, like I'm chilling, I just woke up, I'm home." And she's like, "Oh, thank goodness." And I'm like, "What's wrong?" So she proceeds to tell me that she got a phone call this morning from someone who basically pretended to be me and was telling her that I was in Virginia and that I had gotten into a super bad car accident and that I was going to visit my friend who just recently discovered that her grandfather passed away and was really sad about it, and I was going to the funeral with her. And guys, I couldn't be any farther from Virginia. Even if I wanted to drive there or even if I wanted to get a plane ticket, there's no way I could have done that in a span of this morning to now. Basically what happened is someone called my grandma telling her that I was in a really bad accident and that I was in jail and that I needed bail for $4,500 to get me out. And I was too afraid to call either of my parents, so I called my grandmother instead. So this girl, pretending to be me, said that there was going to be a lawyer calling my grandma in a few minutes and he was going to be asking her a couple questions. So she basically told me that she got this call and the lawyer needed to verify her first name and last name and my first name and last name. And I just find this a little suspicious because they don't ask for any personal information like my social or my birth certificate, but it's scary. It can be really scary to think that someone's impersonating you, and I'm actually offended. Like I really want to meet this girl and like confront her. And I'm not one for confrontation like at all, but I'm really hurt. Like
why would you call my grandma of all people?
And how did you get her phone number? Like, I'm really worried that the phone that I have is giving away access to things. So just, maybe be a little aware of Apple, aware of the sites that you use or people you give information to, because this world can be scary and people like to scam and people like to take money from people regardless of whether or not they have families or they have financial issues or they have anything like that. And it's just suspect to me. But yeah, so my grandma being the good grandma she is, regardless of the girl being like, "Oh my gosh, please don't tell either of my parents, like I don't want them to know, like I'm scared," she's gonna call my father, like my grandma's gonna call my father. Like I'm not dumb, I know that. I wouldn't even have asked her to do that. I couldn't have, like none of it makes sense. Like I'm just in awe that that actually happened. And to the people that decided to do that, like you're rude and no, you're not getting any money. So that was basically my morning, y'all. Just a lot of unnecessary like high blood pressure and stress. And everything is fine. Like we're good. Nothing happened. And my dad is trying to reach the number that called and claimed to do this little impersonation. And my dad's crazy, so he's probably gonna like fight. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I know that with the holidays coming up, people might want some more money or think that scams are a good idea to get money. But if you're a scammer, please don't do that. And if you've ever been scammed, I just wanted to say so sorry. That's never fun, it's never cool, it's never okay. If you think people shouldn't be scammed and that scamming is not okay, please feel free to comment below, share, like, and subscribe. On the bright side, my day did get a lot better after that.
I still love you.
Fab.
No.
Climb aboard and let's head
Never
for the
ending
sky.
helicopter ride. I don't understand a damn thing he's saying. No!
This is fun. Whee! This is fun. Whee! This is fun. Time to land. Fasten your seatbelt. Thank you for flying with me. Come back soon.
I hope that you guys have a happy holidays and a wonderful new year.